Well, hey, friends. We have a lot of traffic right now, and I'm getting closer to Bob Wilson's house. And Bob is 40 years on the jazz scene here in Indianapolis. Amazing player. He's here. I'm going to his home with Barb Kaufman, and we're gonna work through a song that he wrote that he's excited to share, and I can't wait to see what it is and hear it. This will be my first time in a long time working on a song that someone else wrote, and it's gonna be fun. So I'm here ready for anything, and I'm glad you're with me. Thank you for joining me and caring. I have some good news. My combo, an all-female combo that's born out of the ladies jazz jam that I host weekly, has been selected to play for the Final Four downtown in April. So it is a big deal. We're talking an event with thousands of people from all over the country coming through, and it's originals they want. So it's a tall order. Thankfully, I'm friends with Bethany, who is the jazz studies director at Purdue, an amazing bass player. And although I'm not all about like all female combo work a lot of the time, I sort of share the attitude that my bestie Sophie Fott has, jazz mama Sophie Fott. I do think, like, for me at this stage with the young kids and having to rehearse in my home, like, I have to be so selective of who I play with, their attitudes toward women, toward me. Like, it's sensitive, it's sensitive being happily married and everything. And I just love working with women. I have a ministry to women, and it's like a letter writing thing, pen pals. Like, you've never heard of it before probably, but I just love working with women. So while I don't think that I want to be like pigeonholed into being like someone who only works with women, because I'm going to Bob Wilson's house. I've got work that I've been doing with other male players. Like, I'm just saying that there's people, there's so many people, so many stories, so much to know. And this leads me to share with you that this week I've been feeling like it's overwhelming how much there is to know, how many people there are to know, and at the same time I know God has my back. And so, like, I don't have to know everything. I just have to trust and put one foot in front of the other. So I've been seeing the way God uses his craftsmanship, details, man, to just do things, like unfold things, like origami, like, you know what I mean? Like, you see all these folds happening and you're like, this looks like nothing, this looks like nothing, this looks like nothing, until it becomes something. And it's not that it, like, it's not even that it became something. It's that it was made out of all these tiny, seemingly unrelated folds. That's what makes it so amazing. It's not the finished product that makes it impressive. It's that it was created through these series of steps that were so intricate, and then at the end it reveals that there was a master plan the whole time. This is what I love about God, and I love being involved in the jazz community because you see it. Well, any community that you start getting in where you have to do collaborative work and things like reputation matter and like showing up matters and your put in when no one's watching matter. Like, your commitment to excellence matters, but also your heart. Where, it's just something where everything matters. And nothing is overlooked. Exit right. 2 miles. I'm going the wrong. I better get back into the other lane. I just get really excited, And I said Sophie Fott's my bestie. It's true. She's my okay, you're on YouTube right now. Later, after this video, not yet. After this video, please look up this talk that Sophie did on existentialism. And I watched this after she and I became besties. But watch this video and you will hear basically my life story. She didn't talk about me, I'm just saying she's talking about this concept instead of ideas that is exactly how I feel. And you will see, and it's amazing. She's like, so I've had one other best friend, one other long-lived best friend, and her name is Heather Moore. She's out in England and recently married and everything. She's awesome, but we barely get to talk, we talked more when I visited her in England like 10 years ago. But I've been praying for a best friend that I had a lot in common with, and God just delivered in such a beautiful way with Sophie Fott. So my homestead and jazz mama with her Selmer, is it a 1952 Selmer, like one of those ultra rare ones. Like, it just makes me jump for joy. It makes me think of a song. Should I sing it? Is that this kind of channel? So one of my first songs I ever sung was Jump for Joy. Fare thee well, land of cotton, cotton lyle is out of style. Let me, child, jump for joy. Don't you grieve, little Eve. All your friends, all the hounds I do believe have been killed. Ain't you thrilled? Jump for joy. Have you seen pastures groovy? Green pastures was just a technicolor movie. So when you stomp up to heaven and you meet old St. Pete, tell that boy, jump for joy. Step right in, give Pete some skin and jump for joy. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, so that's how I feel. Jump for joy. And so I've got a lot of good things happening, and been thinking about my show at Scotia and just feeling humbled and prayerful and watchful, because life can turn on a dime. And hopefully the Lord will allow me and grant me the abilities to make the most of these opportunities, to really seize these opportunities, and to be excellent, It's been hard to be excellent as a mother with young children. Excellent from a worldly perspective, but the time I've spent with my family behind closed doors has worked tremendous amounts of patience and just sanctification. I used to hear people say it's very sanctifying to be a mother, and they are so right. It puts you through a spiritual ringer, and you end up really needing to learn fast how to manage your emotional world when you're really low on energy, and you're up at 3:30 in the morning rocking your baby, trying to find the right song to sing to them to make them go back to sleep, and maintaining gratitude through the process. It is just an experience, you know? It's like no other experience. And then your own body is the catalyst for nourishment for your child. And like, I'm talking about breastfeeding. You're like broken body, because you've been through childbirth, has to repair itself, and yet you are providing the nutrients for another while you're trying to repair yourself. Like, your physical form goes through this incredible transformation, and then you have all of the hormones. Anyway, I have so much respect for mothers, and there are many women who choose not to do it. I mean, trust me, I know, because I didn't want children. I knew I could be a good mom and that I would enjoy being a mother, but I had made up my mind at some point to not be a mom. And it was when I was really focused on my career. And I used to be very, what's the word? What's the best word? Very proud of my choice not to have children. And I didn't understand it at all. Like, it sounded horrible that someone would want to do that and bring children into this world and everything. So, but I had one dream one night, and like that, my heart changed. You know, God just completely changed my heart about kids. And I woke up one morning. I had a dream, a profound dream, where I was holding a newborn baby. And I woke up with tears in my eyes when I realized it had just been a dream. And I held my hands in position, trying to remember the weight of the newborn in my hands, and desperately, like, crying out, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" Talk about a divine touch. So I definitely had a complete 180 on the baby front, and that was by God. So I'm just saying, I don't tell every woman they should have children. I'm just saying, if God wants you to have a baby, you're gonna have a baby. He's gonna do something. And I'm grateful for my kids. Anyway, friends, thanks for listening and following along. And I will talk to you soon. I'm pulling up, so I gotta go. All right, bye.